So anyways, I guess I was going to try and fit in why I got circumcised, but I guess that's next podcast. But
Yeah, we'll do a full episode.
yeah.
You know what? Actually, if you got time, I've never done this as a bit, but this is a real thing because I got kids. I got boy kids, right? And my first born son, we circumcised him. I didn't really care to do it, but it was important. And Wendy said that, my ex said, "Oh, the father and son, they should match, right?" And and then we had another boy, and I was like really against it that time. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not shy. I'll fucking show you." Anyway, but that whole argument, she used it again on the second kid, like, "Oh, the father and son should match, otherwise it'd be weird for the kid." It's like, what are we gonna be having a fucking threesome in the future? Be like, "Hey, Dad, that's weird. Our dicks don't match." Like, how the fuck is that an argument that we need to match? It's so weird.
Well, you want to know something? So I got circumcised at 24, and
oh yeah, you were saying that, yeah.
Yeah, I know, little late. I know, right?
Yeah, I'm like, there's a delay on that.
No, it sounds like something I'm making up, but no, it actually legitimately happened. And
do you have like infections or something? Is that?
No, let's not start that. No,
no, because that's like a common thing. Like some people that have to get it later in life, it's because they get like fucking.
What it was something called physmosis, where it just like the skin started shrinking, and it, like I would like.
Oh yeah.
Not want to stop having sex, and so it split open. And I want to make a video, like a 10-minute video, just talking about this to like tell guys who it's such a rare thing. And
educational piece, man.
I've met one other guy that has had this, and that was last year, and I was like blown away because it felt very alone because I'm like, this is, and people said like it's called a minor surgery, but I'm like, no, it's a pretty huge surgery actually.
Yeah.
And I was awake for it, and I actually watched Lego Batman. It was like right above, and then my dick just like numb as shit. And I thought it'd be like a cut or something, but no, they like put it in a clamp and they twist it. And if I don't know which, I think I like it better cut, but that maybe is just my mind telling me that because it's like,
they're like weird now that it's cut, the head looks like Lego Batman.
Yeah. But no, long story short, I had physmosis, but then like no one, like I swear it's like it felt like medical professionals weren't prepared for this because I just kept getting sent to other doctors, like they didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And like a couple of them suggested like you might have to get circumcised. I was like, yeah, right. Actually, I was dating someone from Israel, and she was very upfront to be critical about me and what should be better. And she said, cut dicks are better. Your dick would look so much better if it was cut, which I thought was a very rude thing to say. Even the doctor, when I told him that, he's like, your ex kind of sounds like a bitch. I was like, I guess she was just very upfront about her opinions, and that's okay. And this is like an ex from a long time ago. But I got sent to a urologist. I got sent to dermatologist. And when I went to, some of these medical professionals, man, they do not respect people's time. But I remember I had to wait 3 months because it's like a specialist appointment. And I waited 3 months, and the guy shows up like an hour late. So, and this was on my like work lunch, so I had to phone and explain. I'm like, look, I might have to get circumcised, and I didn't want to tell anyone about this, but I had to tell my boss. Like,
I'm ready to leave at any fucking second, and you're making me wait an extra hour.
Yeah. So, but then like when the guy, he was talking about doing it, I was like, have you done this? I'm like, can you do it? He's like, and if I were to ask you, it's like, can you change my tire?
Oh, I watched a YouTube video.
Yeah, like it seemed like that. He's like, yeah, no, I can do it. I've done it before. It's like, and so actually I found a guy who is a specialist in it, and he does like 10 a day. So it was a Filipino guy.
Oh yeah, that's the guy you want. Yeah.
And it was either a Jewish guy or a Filipino guy that I was doing it with.
But you get a gay dude. You get a gay doctor to do that, because if anybody's going to treat your penis with respect and care, it's going to be a gay dude.
And he's going to make it look real nice.
I think so, yeah. Give you a nice haircut after.
Well, I didn't come out with like weird stitch marks or anything, but it was pretty rough because for like a week, I like couldn't move very much. And the people that were supposed to take care of me in the surgery, they bailed last second. People, so I don't, it teaches you.
How long did you have to let it rest? Like, were you able to, like, before you were able to start banging again?
I don't even remember, but it was like, I think it was like a month or 2 months.
Wow,
It was long.
My ex-father-in-law had the same thing. At like 60 years old, he had to go get circumcised.
It's like very bizarre, and it sounds like you're making it up, but this stuff does happen. And actually an ex drove me to the hospital, and then the person that was supposed to drive me bailed on driving me. So they bailed like half an hour before, and it's like a 25-minute drive, and they're like, take a cab. I was like, And the person, what they said, they're like, I have anxiety today. I can't. I was like, we're not going to a club. We're going to get my dick off. Like, this is.
Yeah, if anybody should have anxiety right now.
And I don't, well, and it's funny because, it's so weird. I shouldn't even put this out there. And people said, don't talk about this online because you're going to get known as a split dick guy, but whatever. But actually I read an article where there was like 2 botched circumcisions that happened around the time I did it. And one of the guys killed himself because his dick got so deformed. So I'm really happy I took the time to like find a guy that was a specialist in it. And actually the reason why I chose this guy was because for 4 days I could phone his number at any time and wait, and I wouldn't have to go to the emergency. And actually my stitches did split open and I was like bleeding everywhere. And the person that bailed on driving me,
did you have to wear a maxi pad?
No, but it was weird because the first day my dick was like round. It was like a tomato. And I couldn't pee for 4 hours. And it's like, that's scary. And like, I couldn't get up and move. And if you think about it, it's like a thing that goes all the way around. So there's less surface area, I guess. And it takes longer to heal. And it would be so goddamn itchy. And like, my ex-girlfriend was like really hot. I was like, I'm sorry I'm talking like this, but you got to dress down. Because I thought I was going to get like a sedative. I thought I was going to get a sedative for like, I don't know if I've mentioned enough. All my exes are very hot and attractive.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to get a sedative.
We're all in the same
We're in the same boat. I get it.
Yeah. I thought I was going to get a sedative to make sure I don't get a boner. And he's like, oh, that's not how it works. It's just like, you just try your best not to.
They just gave you a picture of Clayton in a bikini. Done.
That would work. Yeah, that would do it.
No, but that was like one of my first experiences where I'm like, the guy that I drove around for 6 months when he had a DUI, he didn't drive me 1 day to the hospital. He was supposed to bring me for 3 days.
That dude's a real shitty dude, man.
Yeah. So is what it is. And like, so that's actually, I recently had my girlfriend had a knee surgery. My ex-girlfriend had a knee surgery and like, she was so surprised. Like I took work off, I did everything. And it's like, because it's like, I know how shitty it is because she couldn't walk or move or do very much because she had a ligament replacement. And I just know how shitty it is to have people bail and not be there for you when you're like so weak and vulnerable because you feel like a loser. Like, I don't think Uber Eats was in Winnipeg then too. So it's like, I would like, if people weren't bringing me food, I was kind of fucked. Like, cause I didn't stop on groceries because I was told that this person would bring me meals. And the night before they're like, nope, you got to do it yourself. Fuck you.
Oh, wow.
Something like it's such an embarrassing story, but it's like I tell it, and it's as much as I'd like to be like, yeah, I just went to the doctor and he said my dick was way too big and he had to cut it.
Take a couple inches off.
Yeah.
My ex, she was just complaining all the time, so I just didn't want to hurt her anymore.
You know what? It's funny. When I was in Manitoba, a lot of the girls told me that I was the first uncut guy they saw. And in Quebec, a lot of girls tell me I'm the first cut guy they saw because here it's not that common. So it's like the best of both worlds. I think I like being cut better. It's a little bit cleaner. I don't know.
Like I've never had the alternative, but I mean, I always grew up with this. I don't have any traumatic memories that I'm aware of, right? So, I mean, I prefer the way I have. But for my kids, my oldest is circumcised. The other 2 aren't just because I didn't see there was any point in doing it.
Yeah. I'm actually trying to more so bring up more taboo subjects because I noticed like certain things, no one talks about money because it's rude to talk about money. Yet like everyone I know is in a lot of debt. I'm like, well, maybe if we talked about money more when we grew up, we'd be smarter.